Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Landmark Implement helps you put dirt in its place with increased accuracy and greater speed thanks to the John Deere Smart Grade. This fully integrated 3D grade control system boosts job site productivity and reduces labor costs with fewer passes and less wasted material, meaning more bids won and higher margins. No masts, no cables, just clear views of the job site. Visit your local Landmark Implement today and discover the profit-boosting power of the Smart Grade and experience the Landmark difference.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line. Here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break. Anthony in the mailbag says, good morning, guys. Question for the mailbag. If you were trapped in a 10 by 10 foot by 10 foot concrete room with one animal, what is the largest animal you could kill with nothing but your bare hands?
I'd like to think I could whip an ostrich.
Get a hold of his neck. He's going to whip him around. He's going to whip him around.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. It's 93.7. National champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Oh my, I'm about to stop doing that, Bob. We're gonna have to come up with something new, Bob. Too many football players are getting in trouble. You seen the video I sent you yesterday, Bob?
I didn't see that.
I sent you one in the cap. I sent one to the captain too. Everybody was going crazy. Even the coach on the sidelines was doing it.
Yes. Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. I'm with
The black shirt.
and
Bach.
oh my goodness, Indiana, y'all. Indiana. 2 weeks. Self-scout.
3.5.
That's the spread
Yeah.
for us.
No.
We're dogs.
We're dogs.
This first time we'll be a dog.
That might be.
I think so. No, yeah, it is. It's the first time we'll be a dog in a game. Remember, we wasn't a dog against Illinois. So, 3.5 points. Why?
Explosive offense. Great coach. They're undefeated. There's no reason to say why.
Well, as I self-scout Indiana and I look at them, the quarterback, he's got a brace on his right knee. So that means he's not going to try to run around that much. And but they have receivers and they go to a lot of them. And so I think they move well. I don't think they're that big up front again. They put you in the minor Rutgers. They're going to run around, but they're small. Let your hogs eat, right?
I don't know. I'm kind of scared of the small guys.
Why?
They're runners, you know. They're going to be zigzagging all through the field. I mean, for the big guys up front, but your linebackers got to keep up with them.
It's Indiana.
I mean, what you mean? They got good athletes too.
I know, but like Rutgers, It's
I don't
Indiana.
never go by. I don't never go by what a team who they played. I probably go by what they're doing. And right now, they're if you see it in the Big Ten rankings, they're number 4. We're number 5. So it's we got to beat them.
Mhm.
If we don't beat them, then I mean, I don't know. Have we ever lost to Indiana?
Oof. Bach, there you go.
Look it up.
That's one question.
Yeah.
But Indiana's got a very confident coach. I like him. What's his name, Bach?
Kurt Signetti.
Yeah, he got a great
Google it.
name. I think I sent the video to Bach on him yesterday. He says, "Look up my resume."
Yeah.
My resume speaks for itself.
Here's the deal. Our defensive backs will be tested. I mean, I'm watching. I think he's thrown the ball to 5 different receivers. This is against Northwestern. They're up 27-17. But number 3, Wiry. Number 13, bigger receiver. Number 5, he's got Astro boosters in his legs. Number 7, another guy that can hurt you. To me, if you're going on the road, I like to see us really dominate the time of possession and control the clock.
So I got some numbers on the series so far. They beat Nebraska actually 10 times, so they're leading the series. It is 9-10-3, 3 ties. But Nebraska has won every game except for one since 1975. And there's only a handful of games there since the Big Ten. I always joke that I called Indiana the anti-rival because Nebraska, since joining the Big Ten, they just didn't square off with them for the longest time. Finally, by 2016, remember Nebraska joined the Big Ten in 2011, didn't play them until 2016. They did win at 27-22 in 2016. They lost 31-28 in 2019, and then won 35-21 in 2022. If you remember one of Mickey Joseph's victories.
Ugh.
So it's Indiana, and they are undefeated. I get that. They're playing good football. They're 5-0. I get that. They're a high power offense. They got a good defense that flies around. But what you do to nullify a good flying around defense is go right at them. You go right at them. You're going to have to tackle because I'm telling you, these receivers do a lot of damage after the catch. 3, 13, 5, and 7. I'm giving you the numbers. And then what they like to do, they run a bunch of RPO, and then they'll hit you with a draw up the gut with number 8. But this is a good football team. They're sound, they're disciplined, they'll fight. We're going to have to tackle. We're going to have to tackle well. I hope we use this week as a heal-up week. Get yourself healed up. And then next week is a week of not only healing, but also preparing this week, mental preparing. And then you go into next week, and it is rock'em, sock'em, let's go time, y'all. What you got over there, Terrell?
Oh, no, I was telling him look up something about the coach. Being nosy, sir.
Hmm?
Well, it's just when you say that, when you say it's Indiana, it is worth mentioning. This is not just your normal Indiana team. Their 6-0 starts the first since 1967. So, Indiana has not been this good of an Indiana team since then, or at least that good of a start. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Kurt Signetti, you would hope Matt Rule in year 2 is a year ahead. Obviously, the matchup that's more compelling in this is when Indiana's offense is on the field and Nebraska's defense, because you have one of the top offenses in the country against one of the top defenses. But Nebraska's offense, I mean, that's what worries me in this game is, can Nebraska put up enough points to keep up with Indiana? I think you might need a defensive touchdown to maybe make up that gap of the 3.5 points.
Well, I agree with you on that one. You're going to need to score. You got to score against this team. I don't think we're going to hold them out of the end zone. I hope we don't. I hope we don't give up any. But they got so many weapons on offense. Number 17, look, you're going to have to defend the cutback. I said it today. What is it? 10:13 show. No, my bad. It's 10:13 a.m., 10:8:24. At 10:13, the captain said that the defense is going to have to defend the what? Whose job is that to defend the cutback, Terrell?
It's the defensive end. Because he's got to slide down. when those two come, when the counter comes and they disappear, he has to slide down on the butt of that tackle. Whoever's not pulling, I think it's the tackle. He has to pull down because me and Jay talked about this the other day when I actually seen it in the game and I think I don't know which big guy it was, but his butt was facing towards the sideline and it opened up kind of a big hole and it's too big of a gap for a linebacker to have that much space to cover with a running back and still a lineman coming at him.
Yeah, they're going to throw the ball all around the yard. They really are. So we should have chances to intercept and go to the house with these balls. They're going to throw the ball all around the yard. This is a beatable Indiana football team. This is not like this is but they are well coached. They're well coached, they're disciplined, and they will run plays that will be misdirection plays that if you're not disciplined in your footwork, if you're not disciplined in your discipline and whatever the play is called, you're going to get lost and guys will be running wide open. So this has got to be a week of really watching it. Who's Indiana got this week?
They're on a bye week as well.
Uh-oh. Okay, so there's no excuses now. You're going to have two fresh teams. I don't know. I think Indiana gets lost in the pass game. I think we might be able to get some things done in the pass game, especially the intermediate, the short routes, the short stuff underneath. Make them come up and play us underneath. But, I mean, it was 34-24 in the Northwestern game, and I look back up, 2 minutes later, it's 41-24. That quick. Defense runs well to the ball. Offensively, get the ball to your playmakers and let them try to make plays. What scares me is in 2 weeks, can we get the special teams fixed? No one wants to look at Rico behind you either. Text him and tell him get out the shot.
Hey, you did have the special teams player of the week in Brian Buschini. I don't know if I've ever seen, we talk about being able to win with 2 block punts. That's one thing to overcome. I'm sure that doesn't happen often. You hear the stat, it's like 90% of the time you get a blocked punt, you're going to win the game. So 2 block punts, you can do the math there, probably isn't any better. But that Brian Buschini won special teams player of the week despite having 2 punts blocked. That's insane in the Big Ten. Just
two punts blocked and still average 50
yards,
50.2.
There you go.
So, that it's not Buschini.
No.
I mean, like I said, I looked at it again. The guy that was on the gunner should have yelled something. They should have called timeout, which they should have did.
It was interesting because Matt Rule specifically mentioned that Isaac Gifford missed a block on one of them, and that's we talked about the other day with Carrickers. Should you be calling out a player by name? And if it's Gifford, I think that's probably okay. You wonder if you would do that with maybe a backup that doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but one of your team leaders.
It's on film. Fans can always go back and look it up. They'll put it on X and call them out before a coach will call them out.
Yeah.
Since you got all these gurus of football with podcasts, they'll point it out before anybody else.
Well, I'm just saying, it's gonna take a concerted effort to go on the road and beat an undefeated Indiana football team. Despite who they are, you're gonna have to go up there and play clean football. You got to go up there. I thought we did well as far as penalties goes last week, but you're gonna have to go up there and play clean football. But you're gonna have to go up there and hit these dudes in the mouth. It's gonna have to be physical. It is not. You are not gonna be Indiana and not be a physical football. This will be the most physical team we faced, the most explosive team we faced, and if you're not careful, you will get blown out. So you better match their energy early. I kind of like what we did. Did you guys see us when we went to Oklahoma drill before the game?
Oh yeah,
before we warmed up.
Yeah.
Now you said the most physical team. Do you think they're more physical than Illinois? Yes.
I think they're more athletic than Illinois and they're more physical than Illinois. But I think that you can, if you can effectively run the RPO game, right? If you can effectively run some of those counter traps that I saw us running where we were getting yards. I don't know where that came from. Thanks, Coach Brown. But wherever the counter, or thanks, Coach Rule, for even throwing that in. That was a heck of a wrinkle for me to see. I think you'll be able to get some play action on these guys because I think they fall asleep at times. I'm watching the Maryland game now. They fall asleep at times. The thing that the Maryland Terrapins did is they forced turnovers. So can we force turnovers? Now, we have led the turnover game. But you're going to have to do more than get two interceptions and give up one. It's going to have to be like 4-1 type deal. But this is a beatable Indiana team. I think if you go out there and you hit them in the mouth early and often, I think we'll be okay. I think, Terrell's right. That was the first game that the doctor, kind of looked a little normal. Or what we've seen is normal. How about that?
Well, and keep in mind too, Nebraska hasn't had you try to matching their pace early. Hopefully on the road it's not a struggle to get going. Obviously, they didn't score on their only road game till 2.5 quarters in against Purdue. The 5-1 start, part of it is exciting. Nebraska's just one game away from bowling, but you have to also remember Nebraska has 2 home games left. So they're gonna have to be road warriors to close this thing out.
Yeah, you don't know if I don't know if the big red train can travel to Indiana like that. With the hot start they got, they're probably going to demand more ticket sales than what they've been usually having because this team is 6-0 for like you said, the first time since 1960 something. So
67.
You know the atmosphere around that campus is electric right now because they're number 18 in the nation. Probably ain't been ranked in football in so long, but at the same time, they're a hot commodity right now. Their coaches got their team believing in him this far this season.
Well, this would be the first time that we can go beat a ranked team. Go be a hero.
Well,
this would be up there on the bulletin board. It would be bulletin board material. We have not beat a ranked team in how long?
I don't even remember. It's like 26 straight or something like that.
Come on now. Beat a team and stop this foolishness.
2-28, ain't we, Bach?
That's Rules. Rule gets credit for his couple wins. he also has struggled against the ranked teams, but he got a few at Temple. But for Nebraska, I think it's been since like 2016 since he had a ranked win.
Stop it. Somebody got to stop the bleeding.
Well, they won a one-possession game last week.
Okay, good. I listen, we won. It shouldn't have been a one-possession game. You can't go up 14-0, Bach. I keep telling y'all this. You can't go up 14-0 and then score 0 in the second half and still win. You're right. Defense. But there's going to come a point in time when the defense is going to break, like every defense, and go up against an offense that just got their number that day. Wyoming. That just got their number that day. Missouri. That just got their number that day for a little bit. Central Florida. But you find a way, your offenses find a way to outgun. So this might be the game for that. I guarantee it's going to be a national TV game, right?
Oh, yeah, it's big noon kickoff. It's got the spotlight on it, 11 a.m. kickoff on Fox. So the nation will be watching. They'll be interested and intrigued. And, I think part of that's probably Dylan Raiola. The Nebraska brand always helps, but the Indiana start certainly is part of it too. So when Terrell says they're going to be juiced, I can't imagine they're used to national broadcast, pregame shows in Bloomington too often, unless we're talking about basketball. Even then, that's been a while since they've been too good.
If I had to bet now, I would say Nebraska by 3.5.
You'd reverse the bets.
Yeah, I would. I like our chances against this Indiana football team. Like I said, I think they're a disciplined team, but with 2 weeks to prepare, I think we should be okay. Hey, what is DP telling Damon?
DP's not here.
It's on the screen.
Look on the screen.
Screen.
What is he telling?
I don't know. They're both giggling. So
The ticket is popping.
Yeah, it's popping.
Sorry, Damon. Sorry, Damon. The ticket is popping.
Love you, DB. I had to throw that one at you. That was Big Ten Media Days. I got a lot of pictures, so it should be interesting. 93.7 The Ticket. Fastest 2 hours is on its way, and we are powered
by
Bauer
Infrastructure.
Bauer
Underground
Brand
Excavating.
We'll be right back.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light south winds. See in the afternoon high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low around 52. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light south winds again with the high around 87. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Coppell. Get 0% financing at Coppell. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Coppell. So please stop on by or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with roof credit.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Probably the best locker room entertainment ever. You know, listening to Chris.
Have you seen the Will Compton's videos before? How does that compare?
What does he say at the end of that thing? I like that part. What does he say?
He uses your go big.
Oh, that's what he uses, my go big red.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not your go big red.
Yeah,
How was that Vershawn's go big red? That's been a chant long before Vershawn.
That's my go big red. It's mine.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Nebraska football banked 3 wins early. It had to do that. Seeing the win against Purdue, seeing the win against Northern Iowa, even Colorado, I feel like, at least for me, the wins have been secondary. I've been trying to nitpick, they have to do this better, they have to do this better. Nick, I'm in a spot now with both the Royals, helping me see with the Huskers. We got to learn to love these teams for who they are. The bar has changed.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay, 93.7 The Ticket, the Captain Show. So let me get to some of these texts. Tulane Tanner says this: anyone who has to say Google me reeks of pride and insecurity. We have the edge in this one. What's he talking about?
That's what Kurt Signetti said. He says, I win. Google me. Preseason interview. And
like that's what he do?
No, yeah. That's what he does. He does.
He does that. I agree. He's winning. That's for sure. Yeah. Hey, I know, again, guys, sometimes sometimes when I go in the red room, very, very, very few times. But I've got great pictures. Can somebody tell me who is that? No, Bach, who is that in the middle of that picture? You got to be on the stream. Yeah, I got it. I got it that way. Then you don't say anything, Bach. If you're on the stream, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff, and you can see. Somebody tell me who is the middle of those two guys. Name those guys, and I have a T-shirt for you from the Amir Abdullah football camp.
Yeah, I think I figured it out. Okay. The middle guy.
All right. You let Terrell look at it. Don't say anything. Let's just move on. We'll figure it out next segment. Big Daddy Travis says Indiana hasn't played a team with a winning record yet. They haven't seen a defense like ours. What I worry about is our offense, besides Purdue. We can't score in the second half.
Well, this probably is offense. I would probably worry about this offense more than I worry about their defense, because they have, like they say, they go around multiple sets, multiple positions they throw to. Nebraska's a more big team. This is going to be like a more fun and gun team, like a Florida team that throws to everybody. And the most thing Nebraska's going to have to do is rotate a lot, because these guys are going to be going quick to the ball, quick, probably getting back to the line of scrimmage real quick, getting out the huddle quick. And the thing is, do we have enough stamina to match their speed, though? That's the thing, though. I mean, are our DBs capable of handling them? I know we probably don't do man-on-man. Can the linebackers get in their drop fast enough? That's one of the things that's going to be concerned right there.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Gus Mohawk says this one. Crazy to think we're the only team in college football that hasn't allowed a rushing touchdown, especially with one of the critiques with the 3-3-5 being the gaps being too big. Come on. You're the guru.
Well, you still got a loss, so that takes out the giving up a touchdown. I mean, that's a great stat, but I'll take a W any day over a stat.
Well said. Cole M says this: Nebraska's next 4 opponents have byes before they play us. Ooh. Ooh. That's the cards are a little that Cole, thank you. That's stacked.
That's
stacked.
Matt Rule came in studio. If you remember that, when he did come in studio, he said during the offseason that he could use that as as an excuse or something to get frustrated about, but you got to kind of move off that pretty quickly. But yeah, I mean, from the outside, again, that's not a favor from the Big Ten. Nebraska rarely ever gets them.
But that's stacked against you. You get by, play Nebraska. Bye. Are you USC? Bye.
What you mean, Ohio State?
Ohio State? Bye. UCLA? Bye.
I don't know. Ohio State. Do we got another?
Bye.
Oh, okay. I see it now. But I see what's going on because we don't play this week, and Ohio State plays this week, so they have a bye next week.
Yeah, the buys go. I would imagine that the buys got to go 4 in a row for each team. Wow. I don't know, man. Those are. Listen, we can get it done, but the cards are stacked. Is it true, Bob?
Yeah, at least for USC and Ohio State and Indiana. So I have to look at Wisconsin, but yeah. I think it's pretty much true. I have to double check with Wisconsin's schedule.
Oof. 7417 says, did you guys notice the change of demeanor with Dylan prior to the half when we called the timeout, when Dylan took his helmet off and had to run back off the field, I would imagine, and Coach Rule were talking? No, I don't remember that. You remember that, Terrell?
No. I wasn't
Bob?
paying attention to that one.
No. I don't remember that, Stevie. Aaron says, will Nebraska be the best defense Indiana has seen this year?
Most likely.
On paper? On paper. We have yet to look at the game, so I don't want to speculate, but on paper, this should be sparks should fly. Sparks should fly. Tulane Tanner says, would Tom Osborne say that? As far as the Google me?
No, he's a psychiatrist. He Coach Osborne has the best talk game in college football.
Yeah, of course he would say.
I think Google was barely around when Osborne was
there. AOL.
Yeah.
We didn't even have dial up then.
We had nothing. They were still doing the program. Yeah, I remember computer programming. Okay, Tater says, yo, T. Farley, I'm the one who yelled your name in the parking lot at the Lincoln Youth football fields.
Oh,
is that a Mercedes I saw you getting into?
No, that was a Volkswagen.
Yeah, it looked like one. Cigar says, is that Clester Johnson? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I like to go out and support the kids on Sunday. Like to go see who's out there and just be involved in Lincoln football. Nick was out there. Jay Foreman came out there and we talked on the radio, ate some good food, and just watched some Little League football because Little League starts with everybody. VJ grew up in the Little League system. I grew up in the Little League system. And it's just great to go out there and see those kids play.
Well, I don't want to forget this because then if I forget this, you guys will be like, oh. So make sure, Bach, I don't know if you want to load it now and do the games. I had some people complain to me and say, hey, what happened to you guys' game? We need to update.
Yes, sir.
So as much as I'm getting smacked all over the place, give us the update if you're ready. If not, you want to do it next segment, we can do that. I just don't want to forget that because I got bugged by a couple different people about it.
All right, yeah, we could probably do it. Just give me a second to pull up some.
Yeah, that's fine. I can see, I struggled. I mean, I think me and Terrell struggled a little bit, but I don't know. I think Buck's got a line on something. I think he's doing some side betting in somewhere.
Who struggled?
Who had the best record?
I don't know. We finna hear it now. You gotta let the music start.
It must be you.
It's a tough weekend for
you're the type of guy that'll say Google me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Google me.
All right, so as we update our standings today, there was a few games that we all missed on, which isn't surprising. None of us picked Texas A&M to beat Missouri. None of us picked Washington to beat Michigan. none of us picked Wake Forest to beat North Carolina State. So there's 3 games that sweep we all missed on. But other than that, going through our games here. I had a bad weekend. I went 5-6, so not very good. I did get Pitt, Wisconsin, Florida, Iowa State, and Nebraska to cover. Rashawn, you also went 5-6 this weekend. Not great for you either. Pitt, Wisconsin, Georgia Tech, you got right. Iowa State and Nebraska. And Terrell had a pretty good weekend. 8-3 for Terrell. Syracuse, SMU, Pitt, Wisconsin, Georgia Tech, Florida, Iowa State, and Nebraska to cover. So once again, Terrell has the best week. Overall updated standings now. At the top, myself and Terrell are tied at 42-25 for the year. Pretty good records. And Rashawn, you're struggling a little bit with the 35-32 record so far. So you might not want to chase the points. We're about halfway through the season, but yeah, you just need a good week. You're one good week from getting back into it.
I'm still above 500.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
You're 7 games down.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. One good week, it could change everything. I'm just not going with, I can't go with you guys anymore. I'm going to go with how I do it. Whatever that means.
Time, I wouldn't be trying to chase, make it up all the week.
I asked you to follow. See, if you pull on my coattail a little bit, I'll take you with me. So, like you're a football guy. You gotta be realistic sometimes and say, okay, I'm a guy who goes with the hottest team. I don't go with who has the best team. I go with who's the hottest team.
So you said I should just ride your coattail?
Yeah, you can ride my coattail, but you're still gonna be 7 down for me. You might pass the block.
Guess what that means then?
What?
Every game you have to go first.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Oh, you agreeing to that?
8-3.
Are you agreeing to that? Is what I'm asking.
8-3 will get you down.
Are you agreeing to pick first?
You follow
yes
me with
or no?
Huh? No, I do not agree to pick first every game.
Okay, go with the break then.
I am the regaining champion, and I'm tied for first already. I'm gonna do a 2-peat on y'all. Then next year it's gonna be a 3-peat.
So you about to go back to back?
Back to back. You heard it. You heard it first on 93.7 The Ticket, the Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours on radio, 1040 O Street. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. With tailgates of hand-battered chicken fingers and cane sauce and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade, you can guarantee victory for every game day meal. Raising Cane's Chicken Finger, one love. Order online or on our app.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, We're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
$93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light south winds. See an afternoon high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low around 52. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light south winds again with the high around 87. I'm meteorologist Kyle Beck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, 437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wow. Don't take that picture down.
Yeah, I gotta leave that picture up.
That's the thick Vershawn right there. That's that 240 Vershawn, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't laugh at me.
Oh my God.
That
is...
It's not funny.
Even your head looks large. Your whole body looks big.
Yeah, I'm bigger. Yeah, I'm cool now, but I'm bigger. But I'm saying it's okay. I did that. I did shout out for the man that I'm in the picture with. Because he said I never give him a shout out. So I said, let me give Big Bro a shout out. Ricky Simmons.
Ricky Simmons, Sunday Night Show. Ricky just did his 2-year anniversary on this show, man.
You about to do yours? You going on 2, ain't you?
No, I'm past 2. Like 2 now.
Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm past 2.
We only been in the new digs for a year.
Yeah, but I was at the other gig for a
For
year
a
too.
year.
Yeah,
That's 2.
I'm over 2.
He's
You're
over 2
going
because he's
into
in his 3rd season of picking football games.
Yeah, I'm in my 3rd season of picking football.
Just because you're in your 3rd season of picking football don't mean you're in your 3rd season of doing radio.
Well, but it's 2+.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the 2. So you missed your 2-year reunion.
Yeah.
You don't know what day you started.
Sure don't.
I bet we can find out. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm not going to go that far back.
But yeah, I just want to say shout out to Ricky C. Simmons. Go watch his show.
I just had to sit right here and look at your picture because, woo.
Why are you talking stuff, dude? Let me see if I take my hat off. See, it ain't that bad.
How much you think he weigh on that picture, Bob?
250.
Man, I'm probably about that.
About 235.
Nah, not in that picture. I was about 245, 250.
So what's the biggest you got up to? About 250?
272.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I never want to see that again.
He was almost to the 300-pound club.
Yeah, but when I seen 270, I was like, that scared me. That really scared me because you got to think I'm only 6 foot tall, and so you start getting 270 and you 6 foot. Yeah, you got muscle, but there's fat on top and back of the muscle. Not a good look. And then that's how a lot of times when you are an athlete and you get bigger, after you get done with football, a lot of times health issues happen. So we really have to be cognizant because we're used to lifting all those weights all the time. When you're not playing football, tell me, what are you going to do with those walking around at 250 pounds for? What am I going to do?
Losing all that weight. How do you feel? What's the best part you feel now when you had the weight? What you think was the problem now that you lost the weight? How does it feel?
Well, when I was 245, even 230, but 245 for sure. For the longest time, I've been here 4 years now. When I wake up in the morning, my back, my knees, my neck, my shoulders, everything is kind of hurt. Now I'm supposed to have 2 rotator cuff surgeries on my shoulders. I don't want to do it because I feel like I'm too old to be letting the doctor cut on me. All right? I just got to walk around and deal with it. But I got more energy. I don't eat as much. I don't think you have to eat. If you can get by eating twice a day, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. When you get older, especially if you're used to eating steak and if you're used to eating at the training table, you did that because you're a high-tuned machine. Well, once you fall back into real life, what are you using that high-tuned machine for? What is it for? So tell me, why would I walk around at 245 when I know it's just doing different things? Like, I don't drink soda. I might have one soda once a month just because I just have to have the taste. And so just when you get older, I think you should take better care of yourself. I'm not perfect in my health, but I think as you get older, I don't know if carrying a bunch of weight is the best option.
Yeah, I probably think your brother being in the restaurant business, y'all being in the restaurant business, it probably added to it also, because you can just always go in the kitchen and throw something in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let me try this right quick. That's good. So having access to food like that, 24 hours a day is probably one of the things that was hurting also.
Yeah, I don't think it was just having bad habits. You know what I'm saying?
Eating casseroles late at night.
Yeah, eating 2 and 3 honey buns and chocolate milk at late at night.
Oh man,
you can't do that. Eating at 12 o'clock at night and then going to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Well,
food
you can't digest the food that you just slept on. You just ate a full course meal and went to sleep. Where is it going to go? Where's it going to burn off at? So, it's just checking those habits, making sure when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is drink water or drink a glass of water. Why do I do that? Well, When you get it, when you have to have oil in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many oil changes have you had since you had your car?
No, I just got one about a week ago.
Okay, so and why did you change the oil?
Because it was time.
That's right. Keep the motor going, to keep the motor clean, to keep the motor running well. That's why you keep the oil going. So it's the same thing with our bodies. Drinking water, it just starts the engine. It gets the engine going, if you know what I'm saying.
I didn't know you was a honey bun guy.
Oh my goodness, dude. I
I
walk
love
around.
honey buns. Guess what I ate? Hey, I bought 2 boxes of Twinkies, 2 boxes of honey buns, and I bought a half a gallon of Halloween eggnog.
That's right.
And I drank all the eggnog I had cookies and eggnog, honey buns and eggnog, and Twinkies and eggnog. All in a 5-hour span.
That's a dinner. That's a whole dinner.
Huh?
Is that like a dinner for you?
No, that's like a sugar rush. That's like, hey, let's stay up for a little while and because I only eat,
is different though, Terrell.
I only eat
Terrell is different, Bob.
I only eat like I only eat like meat probably once a day. Like I will get me like when I leave here, I like to go to Super Saver and get me a 2-piece meal. And then the rest of the day is snacks and probably a piece of cheese or something like that.
We need to get you a sponsorship with that 2-piece Super Saver meal. You shout it out.
I
know you love it.
I love it there, man. They have the best chicken ever.
You get an NIL.
Hey, but I tell you what,
Terrell's not normal, ladies and gentlemen. He's not normal. Don't think that you can do that and look like Terrell. He's not normal. He's been looking the same way for 30 years. What did you weigh at Nebraska, Terrell? Realistically.
205.
At your best.
205.
At your best.
205.
At your
I
best.
got up to 212 and didn't like it, so I stopped taking creatine.
You was 200. But okay. How much you weigh now?
Probably 195, 194.
That's right there where you need to be.
Yeah.
That's because you never lifted weights.
I have lifted weights. I'm actually pretty
you're
strong.
Not,
I'm actually a strong guy.
Strong. You're just strong. You're just one of those old farmer strong guys. That's all.
But if I grew up in the system like you grew up at, if I would have came to Nebraska my freshman year, I probably would have been in the weights, better. But me coming from junior college and then, starting the season, it's already my senior year by the time we go back in the weight room. So, I'm not really, I did enough to maintain my body. You know what I'm saying? I only went through one winter workout. So, that's it.
It's funny because Ricky, because I was on that 2-year anniversary show with him and I asked him about it, and he said he didn't start lifting weights maybe till I don't know, misquote him, somewhere around his sophomore year. Once he got to Nebraska, what do you guys think is the percentage of weight room warriors versus just like talented guys on a football team? Just like guys that just get by with their talent. Eventually you got to lift a few weights. I get it, but even through high school.
Well, we had a great program in high school. We had once you did 300 in our high school, you get to be in the 300-pound club. So you get a T-shirt, get your name on the wall. So, and I was a part of that. I think the most I probably ever lifted was probably 335. And then when it kind of slacked off once I got to JUCO because their weight facility wasn't like that. Then by the time, I got to Nebraska, I wanted to be big at first, but taking that creatine and then trying to run and I was trying to gain weight because, I thought I had to be this type of size to play at Nebraska. So I was trying to gain probably get up 10 pounds more, play at 215. But the creatine didn't go that way. It didn't go as planned. So they didn't know I stopped taking it. That
was your own weight plan.
Yeah, that was my own weight plan. They didn't know
wanted you to add weight.
Yeah, they gave me creatine every day, but I stopped taking it because once I felt like I was so heavy, I was like, the creatine got to stop. So then I started drinking like just Suster cows, just more of them protein drinks.
Yeah, well, I didn't do, some of us don't have that luxury to be that talented. You got to put weight on just to play because You know, if you light, it don't matter how much funk you bring up in there. If you light in the butt, you ain't gonna be able to bring no funk. But Jordan Cantu has a great question. Do you guys think James Williams and Sierra Wright earn black shirts?
Yeah, they could be addition to black shirts. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to be a starter to get a black shirt. You just got to be top unit player. Like James Williams plays enough to earn a black shirt. Sierra Wright, it's his first year, but it's 2 games in. Probably he played 3 games. Probably another game or so, I'll give him a black shirt.
Steve Valinez says, I start my day with a T-bone and a potato.
Ooh,
he says potato, but it's a potato. I got you.
Steak and eggs is good too. Good
Yeah,
breakfast.
I might do meat once a week.
I do meat every day.
Nah, I'm good. Too heavy now. I don't burn it off fast enough, man. Be sleeping at night sweating. Listen, 93.7, fastest 2 hours in radio. I'm gonna do a handoff and let Terrell take us out.
All right, 93.7 the ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. When we come back, I want to have a mid-season grade report from the captain in Bach. We're going to talk about how we feel after the first 6 games this year with 6 down, 6 of them go. 93.7 the ticket, the captain show.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, 437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's most dependable side-by-side, the Mule Pro, built to take on your most demanding days. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of October. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Stop by every Saturday for their Husker tailgate with free food, drinks, and games.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Connor Booth of Bishop Newman High School. Booth ran for 377 yards on 26 carries, finding the end zone 8 times, which ties the Class C2 record. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Hey guys, it's Nick. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday at 8 p.m. from Seacrest Field as Grand Island takes on Lincoln North Star. The Gators are 4-2 on the year and led by head coach James Thompson, while the Islanders are still searching for their first win of 2024. Kickoff is slated for 8 p.m. with pregame coverage starting at 7:45 p.m. It's the Islanders and the Gators this Friday on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7. The fastest 2 hours is down with hour number 1, and we are here with hour number 2. Like I said, Captain, last time I talked to y'all, I wanted to see what y'all wanted to do about saying something about the mid-season grade, the coaching, the special teams, the offense, the defense, everything. We're 6 games down, and we got 6 more to go, Bob.
Yeah. Good 5-1 start. Good time to do a midseason grade check.
You want to start it off, Captain?
Nope.
Or you want Bach to go first?
Evidently, you want Bach to go first.
You want me to go first?
You brought it up. You should go first. So
all right,
fair.
I'm going to start off on the defensive side first. After the first 6 games, I seen some problems, which was probably corrected last game, but still a little concern. The guys have been playing excellent on defensive line. Linebackers, we got Buddha Wright back now. Javen Wright, he's coming back. We still have Gobert. We still have Bullock, who's playing at a tremendous level. DBs are playing all right. Tommy Hill, safeties. If I had to get a defensive grade right now, I probably have to get them probably a B-.
That's a rough grade.
I mean, no. A and B's are good. It's C's and D's are not good.
Yeah, for a team that's given up more than 10 points once.
Yeah,
in 6 games, this is pretty good.
But this is not a great defense you will give an A to. This is a good defense. This is why I'm giving it a B-.
Again,
probably a B+. I'm leaning it. I'll say B+.
Live with that.
Instead of the minus. Because some kids used to cry because they got a B-, but on my report card, I had a C-, so I didn't cry. I was happy with the C. But like I said about the defense, yeah, I think around this, like I say, Bach, I'm not even going to take it away. I'm going to go B-. You still have to figure out some problems with the rushing game. Just because, they switched to a 4-man set last weekend at the end towards the game. But like I said, you're going to probably have to stay in that 3-man front for the Indiana game, just how elusive and quick their offense is. Now, special teams.
No, where are you going? Hold up. You're moving too fast. Bach didn't give his assessment.
Oh, I thought I was giving my whole thing. Okay, go ahead, Bach.
No.
We got defense. We got defense first.
Yeah, we'll start with our defense here. Again, haven't given up a rushing touchdown. The only team in the nation not to do so. 5 out of 6 games, 10 points or under. Very impressed with that. Again, I read this stat from Ben Stevens the other day. 43 FBS defenses have forced 8 or more turnovers. 16 defenses have recorded 15 or more sacks, and 11 defenses are allowing less than 14 points per game this year. Only Nebraska can state that they're in all 3 categories. So Nebraska's defense has been fantastic. Yes, part of it's been, who they've played. So, all that stuff, another thing is they've been forcing turnovers. They're getting sacks. So I see that as an improvement from last year, where, they didn't have as much of that going on. So I think it's been fantastic. I mean, you had one blip up against Illinois where, that's going to keep you going from an A+. If they didn't have that in 5 of the 6 games, I give them an A+. But because of that, I'll drop it down to an A. But that defense has been exactly what Nebraska was hoping for coming into
it's bad.
Mic drop. Jeez.
Bach said something, didn't he?
Well, Bach, I hate to tell you that I view it a little bit otherwise. It depends on what category you're trying to put them in and who they really are and who we've played. I like what we've done, but I've also really studied what we've done. And I think at best we're C+ right now. I think we can move into the B area with more of a dominating performance just against a team that has an offense. Okay. Shut a team down like an Illinois in the second half. So don't get tired. And I think our defense is on their way. They're good. But in order to be great, I think we got to take a couple more steps forward. We got to tackle better as a team. We got to get more turnovers as a team. And we have to fly to the ball as a team. So I'm not going to give us that A and B+ or whatever B that you guys are just lobbying out the Kool-Aid, throwing the Kool-Aid all over the place. I don't know why. I get it. Well, listen, you're getting ready to play a team that's averaging 500 yards of offense.
This is the midseason report card. You can only value what they've done against the first half of the season, not say they haven't played anybody. They've played on the schedule.
How many yards we give to Northern Illinois? How many yards did we give up to Colorado?
Northern Iowa? Yeah, we didn't.
Northern Iowa, I mean.
Yeah.
How many yards did we give up to Illinois? Shoot. How many yards did we give up?
Less. You gave up less. You gave up under 300 yards to Colorado. under 300 yards to 4 out of the 5 opponents.
Okay.
Or the 6 opponents. So you didn't
yeah?
give up that many yards. We haven't gave up 500 yards. We haven't gave up 400 in this season.
Listen to me. I'm not saying that this is not a good defense. They're not great to get an A. I'm not giving them an A over this season because we're 5-1 and they're playing well. I'll give them an A when I feel like all 11 starters or 13, 14 guys are running around to the ball at 150 miles an hour. Now, we can get better at that. We can get better at tackles. You're not going to sit here and tell me that you can give a team an A and when we missed 14 tackles.
I gave him B minus.
Well, you gave him an A, you gave him a B minus. I agree with the B minus. I like that a little bit better than like an A.
I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna give offense then. Since you're gonna give defense that. He started, so yeah. He gave the defense a C plus. So you rocking with that C plus.
Well, it's on you. Go right ahead since you started something.
All right, let's go special teams, Bob.
You want to save offense for last?
Yeah, I want to say offense for last because
go ahead.
Special teams hasn't been what we thought it was going to be. Bushini is the only bright part of the special teams. We still don't have a return game. We're not good at field goals. Holder-wise, snapper-wise, we need to maybe we can, a kid that who's going to be here, won't we get him ready and start teaching him how to long snap now? Probably a freshman that can pick up some extra duties to help this team out. But overall, special teams has not been great. Coach Foley has to do something and turn it around because we're going to need it in a game that we can't afford to have 2 block punts in one game. I never seen a team win a game that had 2 block punts in a game. So that lets you know how bad probably who was that we just played?
Rutgers.
Rutgers. That's how bad their offense probably was because they didn't have a running game. But if I wanted to go with a grade on special teams, I'm gonna have to go with D.
That's pretty nice, I think, for me. I mean, I'm pretty close to getting the F. I think you're right. I think Brian Bushini probably saves them, but I haven't seen a special team. When we've seen some bad special teams at Nebraska over the last 10 years, it's been god awful, and it somehow keeps getting worse. So I don't know. They just won Special Teams Player of the Week in Brian Bushini. Again, overcoming the obstacles of having 2 punts blocked to average 50 yards per punt there. But it's, and Bushini has been playing really well. I mean, he's putting himself in a position to really get a chance in the league next year. So that is the lone bright spot. Everything else is just in shambles. There's nothing positive to report on it and plenty of negative to go by. So, I think you're D minus, and I think that you're flirting with a failing grade there.
What'd you give D minus?
A D minus, yeah.
You guys are all too nice. You guys are good. You guys are great guys. I like the way you think. But in order to be champions, you gotta call it the way you see it. And I told you before that Brian Bushini is a black shirt. Here's why. What's the first play of defense after a change of possession? You guys
first down.
No.
You said the first play after what now? What did he say?
After a change of possession.
Yeah.
When the ball's getting ready to change possessions.
You said after the
what's
change.
the first play that we are on defense? Are you saying first down?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you if you're saying first down, I'm gonna tell you it's not true. It's punt.
That's when defense start.
No, defense start when you punt the ball.
I'm not on punt team, so I'm not running down there.
You ain't played in 30 years. Nobody's talking about you.
I'm just saying.
You ain't played in 30 years. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, guess what? If you was on this football team, you better be playing on special teams. You act like you ain't never been on punt return.
I was.
Okay, then. Don't act like you above special teams.
No, I was on kickoff, punt. I was on second punt team.
But if I had to give, I would say Bushini is a black shirt, and I would give the special teams a F. That's how serious it is.
Ooh.
Because once you get into these real teams, man, I mean, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But maybe USC is gonna come in here and mess around on special teams. Maybe, or when you have to go and play Wisconsin, they're gonna mess around on special teams. Maybe some of these teams that we have to play, Ohio State, yeah, they certainly gonna mess around on special teams. They can't make a field goal. So if we can't kick a field goal, we're getting punch blocked. I don't know. I can't tell you that ain't no. I can't give you a C. I can't give you a D. I got to give you an F. That means you got 2 weeks to fix it. You know what an F means? But
fail.
Yeah, but what's the other word that gets you into the other mode? Fix it. F means fix it. Terrell, you and I both know we didn't got F's in class, and well, at least me. Let me speak for myself. I've been borderline failing, and Dennis LeBlanc said, "Yeah, you better get it in gear."
Oh yeah, I was in that boat too.
Okay, so that's a fix it. That's a fix it.
Fix
F is a
it, go
fix
home.
it. It's not a failing. It's a fix it. You got an opportunity for this week to fix it. Next week to get prepared. So that's where I'm at. Now, do you want to go offense before or after the break, Bob? Which one?
We could probably take a break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and eat us a taco, Bob.
Yeah, let's go get some tacos.
Whatever.
Tipsy Tina Tuesday here at the Captain Show.
What's that you got there?
None of your bizwax.
Can't be better than Tipsy Tina. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
Not.
Yeah, Captain, we got midseason grades for offense and maybe even coaching coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies with light south winds. In the afternoon high around 81. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low around 52. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light south winds again with the high around 87. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, $437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's most dependable side-by-side, the Mule Pro, built to take on your most demanding days. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of October. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Stop by every Saturday for their Husker tailgate with free food, drinks, and games.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Probably the best locker room entertainment ever. You know, listening to Chris.
Have you seen the Will Compton's videos before? How does that compare?
What does he say at the end of that thing? I like that part. What does he say?
He uses your go big.
Oh, that's what he uses my go big red.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not your Go Big Red.
Yeah,
How is that Vershawn's Go Big Red? That's been a chant long before Vershawn.
That's my go big red. It's mine.
Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, 3.7 The Ticket. It's the Captain Show. I'm joined by and with
the black shirt
and
Bach.
Okay. Before you get to your offensive grades, I want to just talk about a couple of Indiana players to watch. I gave you some numbers, but I'm going to give you some names now. Curtis Rourke has racked up 1,752 yards, 118 of 160 passing with 14 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. The team's top rusher is Justice Ellison, has carried the ball 64 times for 409 yards for 68.2 and 6 touchdowns. Whoever thought that 68 yards a game would be a lot? Elijah Sarah, team's high 513 yards as a receiver with 29 receptions and 2 touchdowns. They've got a guy named Mikael Kamara. He's got 4 sacks with 6 tackles for loss, 18 tackles on the season. Their defensive back, Amari Farrell, leads the team with 2 interceptions, 19 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, and 2 passes defended. Now go ahead.
All right. Let's go to the offensive grade. Well, this is going to be interesting right here. Offense did good for the first 3 games of the season. We still haven't found our identity in the run game yet. Good start for both of the transfer guys we had. Running back by committee, it seems like this room is back there. Not really a solid starter that we have in the backfield. Offensive line is still not what I want it to be. They're better at pass blocking, but not good at all at run block, I think. Dylan Riola is the real deal, but last couple of weeks, last week he threw a pick in each of the last 2 weeks. Really looked like a freshman last week. Didn't muster enough points in the last couple of weeks that I would like. Probably 14 against Rutgers, 21 against Purdue, with the defense helping them out by scoring a touchdown. Week before that against Illinois, he took a beating. If I had to get an offensive grade right now, probably be a C-.
And if you had to split it in the passing and run game, where would you?
It would still probably be. I probably would go a B for the passing and a D for rushing, and that makes it like a C+.
Yeah, that's where you find your C-.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of this has to be, are you grading it on a curve? Because if you're grading it compared to last year, they made significant strides. They're not turning the ball over. They've got a lot more explosive weapons to work with. A lot of their mainstays from last year are backups now. So I think they've made great strides from year to year. That being said, they haven't made great strides as far as putting points on the board in the bigger games. I mentioned this last year. I keep mentioning it because it keeps being true, after a week of scoring 14 points. Last year, he averaged 18.5 points per game with a grade of defense that would probably give a D-, a D. Offense that would give a D- or a D. It's just tough to ask a defense to win a whole lot of games that way. This year against Power 4 opponents, they're averaging 20 points per game. So you're not jumping up that much. And that's that's without the pick sixes that Bullock and Hill granted you. With those, you're closer to 22, 23 points per game. But again, that's not so much on the offense. If we're grading that specifically, offensive line, I think everything's just kind of hanging out in that C- category. With you, I wouldn't be so much giving B's and D's for either one. I think the passing game doesn't necessarily scare you, but it's got enough, juice to it. Kind of the same with the rushing game, the offensive line, the tight end. Everything for me just kind of hangs out in that kind of C- category. So I'll agree with you there. And again, if you're going on improvement, you could give an improvement grade. And I suppose we can do that when we get to coaching. It might change it a little bit, but that's where I'd go right now.
C-, 2 C-.
Well, I think when you're grading, you only can grade on the curve. That means you can grade on what you've got, what you've actually done. And so from last year to this year, what would you give last year's offense?
We're not going by last year.
I'm making a point here. What would you give last year's offense?
Probably incomplete.
D-. D.
So I think with the additions that we brought in, I think with the quarterback that we brought in, the receivers, I think I'm with you guys. C-. I think they haven't done enough for me in the second half. They've done enough for me in the first half, but in the second half, we haven't done enough of we haven't shown that we can complete games with our offense. We put up numbers and then we stall out. You can't do that against a well-oiled machine. They're going to score. Well, here, let me just give you some. Let's give you some offensive average, some stats. Indiana, This is in the country, ladies and gentlemen. Is ranked third in the country. And I know what you say. Oh, they ain't played anybody. I got you. If you say that, then we haven't either. So I'm going off of what we're looking like right now. 515 yards, third in the country. We're 379, 40th in the country. 255. And let me ask you guys, Terrell, have we played a defense? Have we played a good defense?
No.
Exactly. So let's not, okay, so we should be averaging these numbers is what I'm saying right now. We should be averaging these numbers right now. Those 500 yards. If we duplicated what we did in the first half, in the second half of the game, we would be undefeated and everybody would be at awe at our offense. But for some reason, something is going on in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Now, last week, Willie scored. No, we didn't score. We didn't score.
Not in the second half, no.
And like I told y'all before, remember they dropped 2 wide open touchdowns. Unfortunately for them. Fortunately for us that they dropped those touchdowns, or whenever you get due. That game looks different, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go with rushing yards. They are 28th with 200 yards rushing per game. We're 90th with 136. Passing yards, they're 11th with 315. We're at 59th at 242. Defensive yards rank 255 for them at 21st, 33rd for us at 272. Turnovers, we're both tied at 19th with 4. Takeaways, we have 3 more takeaways than they do. We're 15th with 10. They're 7th with 55. Why am I giving you those numbers? Something going to have to change in order for us to win this game.
Well, what are you guys thinking as we're going with the offensive grades here, just coaching in general? I know that's, maybe can kind of look over all of this but it's hard to do that just in general too, because if you're doing coaching, you've got a lot of what we've already went through is Tony White, his grade's going to be significantly different than Ed Foley's. So to put it all in together one grade, where would you probably put coaching at for Coach Rule's staff?
You guys want me to take this one first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Figures. I think when you look at our football team as a whole and the coaching staff as a whole, again, I go from what we had last year to what we did this year, and I see strides. In that, I see strides, I give them a B. I'm getting ready to mush this thing up. But when you look at what the grades that I gave the special teams, a F, we're getting worse. What I gave the defense, what did I give them? A C- or a D?
I think you got a C- for them.
Okay, I gave them a C- and I gave the offense a C-. So when I look at that, I like what we've done in the weight room. I think we've got bigger, faster, stronger. So I give us a B in the weight room. We got better at quarterback, I think, across the board. Because of the transfer portal and some of the guys we recruited, we got better at receiver. Offensive line, believe it or not, they got better. They got better. Defensively, I thought we got better there. So I don't know. I think I look at the whole thing and I give us a C- right now. I think even though we're winning games, we're not dominating teams. We're not beating teams where like everybody in the stadium's like, okay, we got this one under the bag. I don't think we've had maybe but one game where in the first half we felt like we had it under the bag. So C-.
Yeah, if I had to grade it out, I think that I'd probably go with a B. My grades on defense again was an A. On offense was a C-. Special teams a D-, pretty close to an F, or flirting with that. And I think that special teams is going to drag them down a little bit. But overall, you are 5-1. Your only loss is an overtime game against a ranked opponent. So I can somewhat forgive that. And they have made significant strides in many areas, like we're kind of saying, creating turnovers, rushing the passer, quarterback, obviously, weapons that you have on the outside there. So there's a lot more potential there. But that's the one thing that holds it back a little bit is I feel like this offense has more potential than what they've done with it. And so while Ed Foley's taking all the heat, I think Satterfield also is being, brought up in rumblings too among Husker fans of why aren't they getting the most out of this offense? So, when you look at coaching, I think altogether, who cares what grade we give them? They're happy to be at 5-1, right? So that, that's one thing. And so in that building, they should be pretty happy with what they're doing in year 2. And that's why I'll go with a B to kind of iron it out. But again, that's with a close to failing special teams, dragging it down. So that's just got to be fixed. But that's one of the worst.
Yeah, but whoa! How can you give a person almost a F on special teams and then they average out to a C?
Again, I think that defense is.
I guess you got a point there. You got a point there.
I give the defense an A. Remember that can.
I guess that's a pretty good average. I get you. I'm not though. I think if we're 5-1 and we're playing C football, that if we can, as a collective group, iron out all the mistakes from a coaching perspective. Listen, no coach is perfect in the football game. We as coaches go back and look and see what we could have done better. You'll never hear it in the public eye because that's not how it works. But us as coaches always go. It starts with the coach, and so I think you can't put the coach above the team. But to be doing C minus work and you're 5-1, it lets me know, hey, that's pretty doggone good. But in the league that you're playing is a C league. As far as the middle of the road teams, you're not playing them anymore. You ain't playing C list teams. Guess what? Next 4 weeks, you're going to play what? I would feel like A list teams, with the exception of who you guys think is we'll call UCLA a C list team with the rest of the guys we've been playing. But everybody else is an A list, wouldn't you say?
I don't know if I'd go with an A.
Oh, well, my bad.
I'd probably say a tier 2, tier 3. UCLA is
sorry. What is USC? What is USC?
3.
Are they B?
Tier 3.
USC is probably in the B category. They just dropped out of the top 25. They're ranked 1 spot ahead of Nebraska. So,
okay. Well, then if you got USC as a tier, so then the only team that we face that's in a tier A would be Ohio State. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and that was pretty much the case going into the season. That's probably held up.
Well, then what tier are we in?
We're probably like a 3 tier. Until we prove ourselves. We still have to prove ourselves. Winning seven games don't put you up a tier. I think, this is a team that has to grow.
It brings them up a tier because they've been in the bottom tier for so long. But yeah,
you guys don't do that. Don't start counting chickens before they hatch.
Oh,
we won 7 games, sir. We won 5. Last year, what was our record at this point?
I only played 6. There's not much,
It doesn't matter. You can't. When you start moving ahead, you start losing sight of the game in front of you.
There's no
and
game.
Then before you know it, if the game in front of you somehow gets away from you, now, oh my goodness, you thinking all kind of different things. So I just think that, we need to take this week to heal. We need to get in our playbooks. We need to know everything about this Indiana offense, defense, and special teams. I just really do. And if we got to bring somebody in, they can bring in consultants, can't they?
I don't know, because this is probably I would say this is the biggest game right here for us this year.
It is.
As it goes down the list. But, if we be able to conquer this game and win this game, then it makes Ohio State just that much better. It makes it a must-see game, eye-opener for everybody if Nebraska shocked the world. But we have to stay on Indiana right now because, I would rather us prepare 2 weeks earlier and be really ready instead of giving them a couple of days off and let them rest and say, let's meet up Monday. Nah, I would rather go over Indiana right now this week.
Oh, yeah, there's no time off right now. Gus Mohawk says this, other than special teams, where would you like to see improvement? I think Terrell said it, in the run game, in our passing, not necessarily all the way down the field per se, but I think taking the short games. I would like to see our guards hold a little bit longer than getting beat at the line of scrimmage immediately. Defensively, I would like to see us tackle better. I would like to see us get a fumble or two. And then special teams, it's just play clean. No, don't give up any blocks. You get a C if you play clean with me. But the reason why I say what I say is because clean football is what's going to win us more games as we move forward in the Big Ten. 9179-0700. We're going to get to yours. 5769 Twizzlers, 8729 Big Daddy Travis, DeWitt Ron, Mississippi Mud Dog, 0628 Brian the Hog Farmer. They not liking that C plus, man. 9061 Eric and Lincoln Cupsker Tater, Robbie and Iowa, Tulane Tanner. We'll be right back after these moments.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Connor Booth of Bishop Newman High School. Booth ran for 377 yards on 26 carries, finding the end zone 8 times, which ties the Class C2 record. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals in everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, $437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Early break.
Anthony in the mailbag says, good morning, guys. Question for the mailbag. If you were trapped in a 10 foot by 10 foot concrete room with one animal, what is the largest animal you could kill with nothing but your bare hands?
I'd like to think I could whip an ostrich.
Get a hold of his neck. He's going to whip him around. He's going to whip him around.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket. It's the Captain Show, and we are powered
by
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavating.
Hey, easy, guys. Easy. Don't do too much. Oh, yeah, you guys are doing a lot right now. Anyway, I'm going to get to some of these texts. Unless you got something else, Bach, you want to jump on, but text message is lit up right now.
Yeah, go ahead with the text. The only really breaking news today that if anybody was looking on the sports landscapes is that the Jets have fired Robert Saleh after a 2-3 start. The last head coach to be fired after 5 games into the regular season was Matt Rule at Carolina.
Wow. Mustafa, the cornerback, has left the team as well, right?
Sasir Simfuela, yeah.
Yeah, he left the team too. I didn't know that until today. Anyway, let me get to one that says 9179 says Vershawn expects us to have 10 wins by now through 6 games. No, I don't. I know it's how you play the game. It's not whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game. Do you respect the game that you play? Do you play it at a level that every time you put the pads on, this is what, listen, if you ever run into any type of football player on any type of level, ask them this question. Do you leave it on the field? Do you leave it all out on the field? Do you go 110 miles an hour every time you play the game of football? See what the answer is. That's all I'm saying. 0700 says this: after the way last year ended and the anemic play of the offense right now, the defense will need to score points to win games. Yeah? No, the offense did. Yeah, I agree. I'm not, and that's what scares me about saying, oh, we're B material. We're A material. You haven't played anybody yet.
I'm ranking who they've played. They can't play somebody if that's not on the schedule.
I know that part, but you got to understand that there's a way you play the game as well. You know, but just because you beat a Rutgers team 14-7, don't necessarily mean offense left points out there on the ground. And obviously the offense must have did something. I take that back. They had to do something in order to score 14 points. So whatever that was to score 14 points, the defense did a great job of only giving up 7, despite having the punts blocked and tipped, despite the interception. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to give us A material on either side of the ball, because go beat Indiana. I bet you my tune changed. You beat Indiana on the road, my tune is going to change. But that's the goal. And you better be doggone ready to play, or you get embarrassed on national TV. 5769 says, we are 5-1 playing C football. That's the frustration, but happy. Kent said, what does an F look like in special teams? I've answered too many questions. What does an F look like in special teams, Terrell?
I didn't give him an F for Sean. You did.
I think that's what they're asking. What would make it an F?
The question, well, what makes it an F is that you got no return game. When was the last time IGC returned the ball? What's his furthest return? 13 yards?
Yeah, there's no highlight there.
Okay. Well, that's special teams, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're getting punts blocked, and damn near getting your punter, the best guy we got, killed. That's F material. Okay? You about got him killed. And I mean killed. If you go look at the game, go look at the play, nobody in their right mind would ever say, I'll volunteer to get in that position. I'm not done yet, though. Haven't we got a field goal block?
A few of them.
Oh. So you want to know what F special teams is? That's what it is. How many punt blocks do we have? Why is it taking you so long to think about it?
I'm counting them all up.
You ain't counting them. You trying to find them. You're trying to find them. How many? How many times have we blocked a punt? I think once for sure. But how many times? Text line's open. Bach don't know this one. I thought Bach knew it all. Can't believe you don't know it, Bach.
It might just be the one. I think they've got at least a field goal and a punt.
Okay, you got 2. But we got 2 done in one game. Now, we overcame it and won. That's what winners do. They find a way to win out of no way. But when you start playing the teams that won't give you that option, that you're going to have to beat them on the field, this type of play is not going to work. It's not going to fly. Say what you want. It won't fly. And I'm not going to be the guy who's going to tell you that it is going to fly. Period. I give us credit. Sandman 460 says, come on, VJ. We don't get credit for beating Rutgers. Are you kidding me right now? Have you been listening to the show, Sandman 460? Absolutely. That was the biggest win of the season up until it was over and we staring Indiana in the face. I'm not. Rutgers is over. Whatever happened in the Rutgers game for the football team, for the coaches, trust me, it's over. They might be going and looking at what we did wrong in those games so that they can fix those, but they're not going back to Rutgers after tomorrow or after today and saying we need to go look at Rutgers in anything. We're looking forward. We're looking at Indiana. 8750 says, VJ, just enjoy the wins. You will more likely go 9-3 and hope they get some things cleaned up and better for next year. Be happy that you were fortunate to get a cupcake schedule. Y'all believe that? Is that what we got, Terrell? A cupcake schedule?
Yeah.
Really?
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I mean, the more it goes now, the more it looks like that cupcake schedule with Minnesota beating USC, Bob? Yeah. So hey.
But you didn't expect Indiana to be ranked. You didn't expect Rutgers to be nearly ranked. You didn't expect Illinois to be ranked.
Well, Rutgers started 6-2 last year, Bob. I didn't
How
expect.
How did USC beat Minnesota though?
Minnesota beat USC.
I mean, how did Minnesota beat USC? That's what I meant. How did they beat them? What did they do to beat them?
Bob?
Did they throw the ball? Did they pass it? Did they run it? Ball control, turnovers?
Bob, you just looked at the highlights, huh?
I can look it up to see exactly.
I'm just saying all of that stuff counts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, clearly USC's, despite their high ranking, I mean, Lincoln Riley's lost 7 out of his last 12 games there, so they're not where they're expected to be. Though their defense improved significantly from last year.
Like I said before, USC, a lot of these teams they're getting ran on. Minnesota ran the ball, a good mix of run pass. Any team can get beat if you go and play clean football and you get more turnovers. I don't care if we play Ohio State. Doesn't matter to me. We're going to have to be in better shape. We can't get tired down the stretch. I thought a couple games ago, we got tired down the stretch. So we might need to do some more gassers this week. Since we're not going to be physical, let everybody heal up, but you still do things faster now. But we have to raise our bar another level for the second half of the season. This is the calm before the storm. Because I don't know what you guys are looking at, but I was around last year when we imploded, wasn't you?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of skid did we go on?
Well, we were 5-3, went on a 4-game losing skid.
Okay. To not go to a bowl game. Well, this could be a far worse meltdown from here. But it starts with Indiana. Take care of Indiana, and then you can start to look toward, well, the juggernaut. But the road to Ohio State goes through Indiana. Period. Literally, depending on which way you're going. You ain't got nothing?
I'd have to check the map to see that one.
I'm just simply saying, you go back and look at that Minnesota game, Minnesota USC game. Minnesota just big boy USC. They big brother them. They said, y'all don't know how to play in the Big Ten. And before they knew it, the game was over. Before they knew they got hit in the mouth, the game was over. 60 minutes. So I'm only being this way is because I'm like a father that understands that you got to be tough on your son in order for him to do right. But we all come with, I needed more whoopings. That's what my grandpa said. My grandpa told me and my brother one time, we was in the kitchen arguing. I don't know how old we were, but old enough to know better. And he says, boy, I wish I would have whipped you all them times your mother sent me to you. Hey. The end of the show's over?
It's over.
No.
It's all about the captain.
Oh man.
All happy.
It's all right. We got some shows next week, the rest of the week.
Yeah, but all the guys that we missed on the text line, I like to get to them. So it is what it is. But let me get to Eric. Eric says Indiana strength of schedule is 102nd in the country. I say we will find out more about them than they will find out about us. Like I said, Colorado would beat Indiana. Ooh. What you got, Terrell? Call of Duty?
Yes, sir. Nah, I'll probably just go get me some chicken and go to sleep. Take a little nap.
What about you, Bach?
Adam Carricker on the ticket coming up next.
Well, thank y'all for riding with the fastest 2 hours in radio. We will see you guys live and in person tomorrow. Holla.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a